Hello, everybody. This is Sunday. It's June 26th, and we are moving into week 8 of our online astronomy course. Now, before I get into that, I want to tell you what's going to happen the week after that, because Module 8, it's about the Jovian planets, and that is the end of the material about the solar system. And so the week after that is your second exam. It opens up on July 4th, that's Monday, and closes on July 10th. Now, July 4th is a holiday, but I thought, I leave it open for a week, and I might as well open it up on that day in case somebody does want to take it. But you can take it any time between July 4th, Monday, and July 10th, that's Sunday. And you know where to find it. If you go to your course modules, you'll find it right here. It's right after Module 8 and right before Module 9. And you can just take it whenever you want. It's, as the other tests are, it is open book. You can use your homework quizzes if you want to, but no other resources are needed, or they're really not even going to be necessary. You're welcome to have a calculator handy if you want. I don't think you're going to need it because any math is going to be extremely simple. I work it out for you, and you just have to recognize what the answer is. You're not going to have to do any sort of complicated calculation or anything like that. So that's the exam that's coming up. But this coming week is Module 8, and that's about the Jovian planets, the gas giant planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. You'll also learn about the other occupants of our solar system. You'll learn about asteroids, and comets, and the meteoroids that are floating around. And if they come in through Earth's atmosphere, they leave a bright streak of light. That's called a meteor. And if it survives to the ground, that's called a meteorite. But these planets are very different than the terrestrial planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These are gas giant planets. The Jovian planets are gas giant planets. They are huge. They're not very dense. It's about the same density of water. In fact, Saturn that you can see here behind me is actually less dense than water. If you had a large vat of water, Saturn would actually float in that large vat of water. And if you take a look here, this is really a unique view of Saturn as taken by a spacecraft, as the spacecraft flew by Saturn. And I'm going to move over to the side so you can see it a little better. And you might notice that the sunlight is coming in here from the left side of your screen, coming in. So this is the side of Saturn that is facing the sun. And this other side over here where it's dark is where it is nighttime on Saturn at that time. And that is facing away from the sun. And that is a view we can't get from Earth. Saturn is, much, much, much farther from the sun than Earth is, so we're always looking pretty much at the bright side face on, and we never see the dark side. And this beautiful picture here taken by a spacecraft shows you the bright and the dark sides of Saturn. Also, check out the rings right here. If you take a look at the rings, you notice how thin they are. You can actually see through the rings to see the planet Saturn. So you'll be learning all about Saturn. There's also other objects that are called trans-Neptunian objects. Some of those are large enough to be called dwarf planets. There's Pluto. There's one that is almost the same, as big as Pluto. It's called Eris. And these are called trans-Neptunian objects because they are located beyond the orbit of Neptune. So you'll be learning all about this, and that will finish up our study of the solar system. Now, I have to tell you, there's a lot of videos in this module because there's a lot of cool stuff. This has been a great time in the past decade, a great time of discovery. You know, we finally visited Pluto, we visited asteroids and comets. We had a large, actually a small asteroid as it turns out, but came down through Earth's atmosphere and exploded over Russia. There's a couple videos about that. So there's all sorts of cool stuff, and I hope you'd enjoy watching that. As far as looking ahead, that means the next set of modules are going to be about the stars, starting out with our sun. So in chapter 9, we'll take a close-up look at our sun. And I'm looking ahead because I know on July 12th, that's just 2 days after your second exam ends. So on that Monday, or on that Tuesday, I should say, the first picture from the James Webb Space Telescope is going to be coming back. The first real picture, real scientific results are going to be coming back. And I will certainly share that with you when it happens. So what's special about what's in the sky right now? And we can take a look, pull up Stellarium. There it is. And this is on the 29th. And so this is going to be on Wednesday night, and that is the night of the full moon. So there's no moon in the sky at that time. And this is the prime season for seeing the Milky Way. I think I'm going to go out. I'd like to go out maybe up to Monte Cristo or someplace dark and photograph the Milky Way on Wednesday night, just to really get a good view of it under really dark skies. And if you look here, you might see a couple constellations that might be becoming familiar. This is Scorpius. Here's the head of Scorpius. And here's the red giant star Antares in his throat, the body of the scorpion. And here is the tail of the scorpion. Over here is Sagittarius, the little teapot. Here's the body of the teapot. Here's the top of the teapot. The handle's over on the left. The spout's over on the right. And if you just think about the teapot pouring into the Milky Way, that tea might go right about to here. And right here is the center of our Milky Way galaxy. So if you've never had a good view of the Milky Way, this is a great time to do it. Also in the sky, I'm going to turn a little bit more over here toward the west. There we go. And I'm going to move the time forward a little bit. So here is July 1st and July 2nd. And here comes the new moon. And between July 2nd, here, let me go a little bit later. I'm going to go to, whoops, a little bit earlier is where I wanted to go. Yeah, here we are. This is around 10 at night. There's still a little bit of light in the sky. And here is the moon. It's a crescent moon. And it's just really pretty here. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit more. Oops, a little bit too much. You can see that it is a crescent moon. And it is in or very close to the constellation of Leo. Leo the lion. Let me pull up Leo here for a second. There's the head of the lion. This bright star right here is called Regulus. So the moon's going to be very close to Regulus on the night of the 2nd. And on the night of the 3rd, it will pass Leo by. So that's pretty cool. You can look up, see Leo the lion, and see this beautiful crescent moon. And it just looks so pretty, especially on these long days where there's still a little bit of light in the sky and you see this pale crescent moon just hanging there. So that's going to be next Saturday and Sunday. So something to do next weekend if you happen to be out. So hope you enjoy learning about the Jovian planets and the rest of the solar system. If you have any questions about the upcoming exam or about anything, just feel free to ask, send me an email. We're happy to set up a meeting. We can meet on Zoom or in my office if you'd like. And I hope everything goes well for you this week. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week. So until then, have a great week. And I'll see you next week. So until then, bye-bye.